And yes, welcome back to the live commentary of the ABFA Calvin A sponsored 2025 Women's Premier League here at the ABFA Technical Centre. My name is George Saul Dublin, along with Desmond Zika here, and we're here to give you ball-by-ball commentary and some insights on female football and football in general throughout the Antigua and Barbuda and throughout the region. Desmond?
Yes, so we have what will be match day 2, match number 4. Second day of competition for the Calvin A Foundation ABFA 2025 Women's Premier League. And the second game we have Lady Masters versus Cutting Edge. Starting lineups for Lady Masters: Serenity Colborne in goal, Kayla Melvin, Kahalia James, Dejanay Pell, Samoya Weeks, Azaria Cochrane, Jaquela Bellot, Naomi Williams, Kimberly Jeffers, Zenobia Anthony, and Najira Ronaldo. On the other side, we have Cutting Edge led by the incomparable Vincent Nabu Samuel. We have Amaya Hodge in goal, Denisha Samuel, Tassian Benjamin, Abisha Henry, Onisha Deluge, Irisha Allen, Brianna Sharp, Denisha Samuel, Jordan Henriquez, Brianna August, and Abigail Simmons.
Yeah, Zico. So I see on the coaching side of the Lady Masters team, there's Marvin Hazelwood, is this?
Yes, Mervyn Hazelwood.
Mervyn Hazelwood.
Son of the
ABFA president,
Everton Battle Gonzalez. And I like seeing things like this. George. You know, former players, you know, getting back into, you know, what some would term at times an unfamiliar situation, but you know, good to see nonetheless.
Definitely, Zico. So and just a quick recap, Zico, on game number 3, which played earlier between Wadadli FC and Fort Road. You know, the man of the match from our standpoint was Gabriel D'Souza with a hat-trick, and notable players on Wadadli FC was Benjamin and Kanika Buckley, Jada Benjamin and Kanika Buckley, who held midfield and dominated the game to supply some lovely passes for D'Souza to score her goal. And from the Fort Road side of view, there was Young Humphreys, who was a force up front, along with Prince in goal, and definitely Tibika Tittle at the back, who was solid. Unfortunately, there was just not enough help to keep out the Wadadli United team, and they went on the fall of Zico.
Yes, I mean, and obviously the game at hand, we have some players to look forward to for Cutting Edge. Irisha Allen, daughter of Tamu Allen. You know, she's an exciting player and one to look forward to. So I'm looking for good things from her. And in goal, Serenity Colborne, looking to add to her superb performance, albeit in a one-sided affair last week, George.
Yes, definitely. Anyway, and we here we want to play the ball is with Samuel. Samuel plays up the line to Allen. Allen takes on one, but there's a strong challenge coming in there from the Lady Masters player. And the ball goes into touch for a throw for Cutting Edge. Zico, both teams' numbers in black is kind of difficult to identify them, so we're going to have to try our best to identify by who we know according to the individual. And Allen here is on it. Allen elects to cross, a right-footed cross into goal. And there's a player on it, and she tries to take a strike. It looks like Brianna, it is, who takes the shot, but the ball is comfortably with Colborne, and Colborne boots it upfield. It's challenged by the defender, Abisha. Abisha is still on it. She tries to take it down, being hassled by the forward. She elects to clear. Balls fall for Cochrane. Cochrane tries to play a true ball into a player, but ball goes through and is picked up by Samuel. Samuel plays, number 11, Samuel plays it back to goalkeeper. The goalkeeper, Hodge, and Hodge elects to go big, plays it into midfield. Miscontrol, ball fall for Lady Masters. Back to Cutting Edge. Ball played wide, Cutting Edge to Enriquez, and young Enriquez is on the field, but she's hassled by the defender, and the defender plays it into touch, Zico.
Yes, hopefully we can see an improved performance from Lady Masters from last week, just as we saw an improved performance from Fort Road players earlier. That would bode well for them going into the season, something for them to look forward to, something for them to build on.
Yeah, definitely. And this is our first look at Cutting Edge, because due to the 5 teams in the league, Cutting Edge got a bye in the first week last week, so this is their first outing, and the second outing for Lady Masters, which lost last week to Wadadli United FC.
Yes, so Lady Masters will look to try to put something into the positive column of their account for this season, George. I mean, they were beaten last week and they were also shut out. So they're looking to at least check one of those boxes off. You know, add a goal to your a positive goal to your tally, or a point or three, depending on how well you can come into this game.
And of course, by Enriquez, taken by a teammate in touch, but she scuffed the shot. The shot goes wide and into touch for a goal kick for a young Colborn there in the Lady Masters goal. See, I must admire the Lady Masters. Although last week they started to try to play out from the back and it wasn't merely successful. They got out quite a few times. They come back this week and they're still sticking to the game plan. So I guess that's the way the coach wants them to play, and he's taking his chances in suffering to get what he wants on the long end of things. And the ball is cleared into touch here by Samuel. And a throw in here for Lady Masters to be taken on the right hand side. A big throw taken into number 16. She flicks it on. Ball as far as for number 4 for cutting edge. Ball goes into midfield. Picks up by number 16. But intercepted by ball fall here now for Cochrane. Cochrane looks to take up man and tries to play forward, but intercepted. Falls for one of her teammates, but 2 teammates got in the collision and ball. Melvin D on it. Allen. Samuel. Simmons. Intercepted by Simmons. Simmons is still on it. Simmons was dispossessed, but intercepted with a strong challenge by Abisha. Or played forward, back to Abisha, and Abisha toe pokes it forward. Ball is with Samuel. Samuel being challenged. Taken away from Samuel by number 12 for Lady Masters. She tries to go for goal. And it's a comfortable save by the goalkeeper here for Lady Masters.
That was Jaquela Bellot there, George. Intercepting and winning that ball from her centre-back position and looking to drive Lady Masters forward, getting a shot off on goal.
I must say the Lady Masters looking a bit more comfortable, Zeke, on the ball. They're not really booming it away. They're trying to pass, trying to take it to the cutting-edge team and see it. Ball by Samuel. Samuel plays in, intercepted by Cochrane. Ball is now with a strong challenge here by Samuel, who takes the player out, but the ball ricochets into the box and comfortably collected by goalkeeper Hodge here for cutting edge. Hodge elects to kick, hits it big, bounce at midfield, goes over Cochrane's head, flicked on by the number 8 for cutting edge, but intercepted by the defender for Lady Masters. Ball played forward, lovely control by number 16. She decides to go to the right, but there was a defender lurking in that position and plays back to the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper kicks it, but he hits the attacking player. Falls to Henry. Abisha Henry is now on it. Plays it wide to Jordan Enriquez. Enriquez takes the touch, tries to play a 1-2 forward, but pass intercepted and goes into touch Zico.
So, in the early goings, Lady Masters looking, as you mentioned, a little bit more comfortable. I mean, they've made a couple of forays into the cutting edge half, which by all indications is an improvement from their performance last week. So hopefully they can emulate the performance of Fort Road earlier and give a better account of themselves this week than they did last week.
Okay, and here Allen is on the right now, breaking forward. Has one defender coming to he cuts, gets around that defender, but Allen was upended and forces the referee into a foul here for cutting edge on the right-hand side of the pitch, going from south to north, Zico.
Yes, that's Jaquela Bellot, and both players would know each other very well, being teammates at the Princess Margaret School. So Jaquela Bellot taking no chances with the enterprising Allen.
And the free kick was taken by Enriquez, but straight into the defending player, and the ball goes into touch for a corner kick here. And Zico, can you give the audience just a quick rundown of the officiating staff, Zico?
So in the middle, we have Carisha Corbett. She's assisted by Patrick Brown and Joseph Prosper. And the fourth official, Colin Ford.
But it's always good to see, Zico, that the lady officials that we have in the ABFA referee pool is doing these games and is much rewarded, much needed practice for a lot of them, Zico.
Yes. I mean, it's difficult for improvement to take place if you don't have the avenue for practicing your craft. And this league allows the female officials and younger officials, as well as we alluded to in our first game, to get the much needed game situation. I mean, simulations are great, but you can't really simulate what happens in a match unless you're actually doing it in a match.
Yes. And here comes Lady Masters on the attack. Cochrane is sprinting down the line, but is upended body's played down the line now. She's looking to get onto it, but a strong challenge by Samuel, but she takes a good touch, number 6. She crosses it in. Boys is with number 18. For Lady Masters being challenged by Samuel in the box. And dispossessed by Samuel. Samuel plays it to Samuel. And Samuel takes a lovely first touch and turns forward. Tries to play it up the line to Allen. And intercepted by number 3 for the Lady Masters here this evening, Zico. And I said that last week we didn't really see much of Lady Masters getting into the opponent's third of the field, Zico, much less to be close enough to get a goal scoring opportunity. And I see that they're much more composed, much more aggressive, much more direct today in trying to get forward. So we have a throw here for cutting edge, which will be taken by number 11, Samuel. Throwing to number 6, Sharp. Sharp cuts it around the place, keeps it in touch, and Sharp is on the run. Still Sharp. Sharp tries to play it in front for Allen, and the ball goes straight into the hands of Colborne. So that's Brianna Sharp, number 9 there, going down the flank and trying to play it in. Balls. Master Ballers intercepted by Samuel. Samuel tries to play it forward, but intercepted by number 3. Well done. Good challenge by Henry. Still with Master Ballers, ricochet. Ball falls to Sharp. Sharp is being challenged, and the ball goes into touch, and the throw in for Cutting Edge, Zico.
Yes, Cutting Edge looking menacing going forward, which we expected. I mean, in the early goings, we're into the 10th minute of play. We can definitely see that they're looking to probe down the right side through the pacey Irisha Allen. But so far, Lady Masters are giving a very good account of themselves and dealing with the threats admirably.
Yeah, and so it seems like it's a corner kick or a throw-in on the right-hand side for the Cutting Edge team. I see there's Allen across there and Augustine. It looks like the ball is played to Augustine. Augustine back to Allen. Allen takes a touch coming around to her left, plays it into Sharp. Sharp turns, Sharp's in the back, plays it back to Augustine. Augustine lines up a right boot and takes a shot, and saved by Colborne, but falls for number 6, it looks like, Deluge. And Deluge tucks it away for a 1-0 lead here for Cutting Edge in the 11th minute of play, Zico.
Yes, that shot coming in, and Serenity Colborne with that initial save. That initial save, unfortunately, we have a little bit of shower coming in, and that ball was a little slick. She was unable to hold it at the first grab. Got her hands to it for the second attempt, but her parry fell invitingly to was that Deluge or was that the number 3?
Yes, it seems like it's Benjamin. It's between Benjamin and Deluge. The numbers are killing me.
Looks like the number 16. Number 16 would be Kimberly Jeffers, but we'll have confirmation. However, it's Cutting Edge taking a 1-0 lead in the 11th minute of play here at the ABFA Technical Center.
Yes, Zeke. So it's a 1-0 lead here in the 11 minutes of play to Cutting Edge, who has been more on the front foot thus far, but still we can't really count out the Lady Masters, who's having a much better performance here in terms of passing the ball and keeping the shape as a unit. So there's a goal kick here, look like it's going to be taken by Melvin, number 5. Melvin boots it. It goes to number 3. Number 3 plays it back to the miscue, but picked up by Melvin. Sharp is on it. Sharp takes a left footer, and it goes straight in the hand of Colborne. Colburn elects to come forward, boots it upfield, taken comfortably by the left back for cutting edge, turns out of trouble, plays it down the flank for Young Enriquez. Young Enriquez is on the gallop, she gets it, but well defended by the defender of the Lady Masters, Zico. Oh, and the referee elects to point the opposite direction, said the ball goes off of Young Enriquez, so it's a throw-in for Lady Masters. So down their right-hand side, left-hand side of...
It's going to be interesting in terms of the change in tactics now that we have a little bit of rain on the surface. We know from experience that causes the AstroTurf here at the ABFA to be quite slick. So it's going to be interesting to see how the young ladies handle that change in atmospheric conditions.
Well, most definitely. But it's always good to play in rain than to play in sun, Zico. So I don't think nobody's out is going to be complaining. Yes, the turf will definitely be a little more difficult to deal with because as soon as the ball hits, it's going to shoot off. But I think this is a good condition for them to, to help work on their technical abilities also. So it seems like it's sharp over this one on the right-hand side to whip it in for cutting edge. Cutting edge has 2, 4, 6 players inside the box. And Sharp crosses it and cleared by Lady Masters back to Sharp. Sharp cuts one, looks to take the second, cuts two, cuts three, still Sharp, or plays a lovely ball in, ball falls for a teammate, but teammate has been ruled to be offside. So
sorry, number 9, Brianna Sharp, finding herself in an offside position there. And that goal scoring opportunity missed by Cutting Edge.
Intercepted by Cutting Edge. Ball is fast for Allen. Allen takes one, goes across, takes a shot, and shot goes wide of Colburn's goal, and Colburn jogs slowly to collect a goal kick for her team.
George, I noticed a bit of a change in shape. Well, not shape, but change in personnel being employed by Vincent Samuel. We see Irisha Allen now being pushed into that number 9 position, and Brianna Sharp now occupying that wide winger / striker on the right side position. And most teams play a 4-3-3, so in that system we're looking at that right wing, or we would call them at this point in time a forward. So let's see how that works out for Cutting Edge. Gives them a little bit more attacking impetus, and hopefully, I would imagine from the coaching perspective, Vincent Nabu-Samra looking to use the pace of Irisha Allen against the 2 centre backs for Lady Masters.
Yeah, most definitely. Coach Samuel is a tactician, and he probably recognized that it would be better for Allen to come through the middle, where it seems like she's much quicker than both centre backs for Lady Masters. So I guess that's the change here. Enriquez dispossessed. Ball is with Lady Masters. Cochrane plays it to a teammate. There's a strong challenge. Still Cochrane picks it up again, being challenged by Henry. But this is by Henry, the ball now fast to Simmons. Simmons plays it to Sharp. Sharp is being contested by 2 players. Sharp with a heavy touch, but intercepted by Melvin, but given away by Melvin, picked back by Deluge. Now Allen has done it. Allen through the middle. Allen is on goal and kicks, but a lovely foot save by goalkeeper Colburn. Allen still on it. Allen plays it to Enriquez. Enriquez shooting goal, but lovely save by Colburn, Zico. And yes, Colburn is continuing from last week, Zico.
Yes, Serenity Colburn pulling off 2 saves in quick succession here to deny first Irisha Allen and then Jordan Enriquez. Definitely coming up trumps there, keeping her team in the match.
And Augustine is with it.
Oh, cross shot, completely missed by the defender and also missed by Serenity Colburn. I think she was unsighted there by defenders in front of her. So goal in the 17th minute. It looks like, we'll tell you in a minute as soon as we can get a glimpse
identify
of the number. but it was a cross shot from the left-hand side. The initial corner swung in and initially dealt with by Lady Masters. It fell to the feet of, I want to say, number 14 there.
Augustine.
Augustine. Yes, and she swung a right-footed cross-turn shot into the box. Serenity Coburn being unsighted by her defender, and that eluded her and into the back of the net. So 2-0 lead in the 17th minute.
And just now we missed an opportunity there, Zico. A ball falling kindly for the attacking player of Lady Masters, but she scuffed her shot. And the ball goes straight to the defender, and defender plays. Ball is with Sharp now for cutting edge. Sharp turns one, Sharp turns two. Still Sharp, being contested by two defenders, gets away from both defenders, and Sharp is on the run down the right. Has options of Allen inside the box, crosses for Allen. Allen gets there first, but Colborne does enough to keep it out of the goal. Lady Masters coming forward with it. A lovely pass there. Number 12, Bellat is on it. She tries to take the defender on, but the defender does well. But Bellat is not giving up on the play. Still Bellat. Samuel being challenged by Bellat. Still Samuel. Samuel gets away from one. Samuel gets away from two, but Bellat is back. And a strong challenge by Bellat. And the ball goes into touch for a throw-in for cutting edge. I must say, tenacious defending there, Zico, by young Bellat to not give up on the play, Zico.
Yes, a commendable effort, leaving her centre-back position, but now she has to hurry to get back into that covering position as a team defends a throw on the right side of the field.
So, we see that Bellat is playing at midfield today, Zico. It doesn't seem like she's playing in the back. See that Bellat is pairing Cochrane at midfield, Zico.
Let's see if that was a tactical change by Coach Mervyn Hazelwood. In the initial moments, she started into that centre-back position. We'll see how, if there's a rotation of any kind, or it was a situation of her just pushing into midfield momentarily.
Ball cleared by Lady Masters, picked up by Henry. Henry plays it off to Samuel. Samuel, Benjamin, Samuel, Henry. Enriquez, Benjamin. Enriquez again. Enriquez with a lovely first touch pass. The defender. Good cut back by Enriquez. Pass. And the cross struck the referee in the back of the head here, ladies and gentlemen. So the referee now has to stop the play and give a drop ball to the team that was in possession, yes. Unfortunately.
That's Carisha Corbett being caught on the wrong side of the ball there, George. I mean, it happens, but now we have the drop ball, which restarts play.
And Sharp kicks it into touch, and the ball goes outside.
Harmlessly and wastefully over the line, George.
So we're in the 21st minute here, where the score is 2-0 to Cutting Edge. First goal scoring in the 11th minute, and second goal scoring in the 17th minute of play. Here at the ARG, first goal scored by Simmons, and the second goal scored by Augusti for Cutting Edge, to give Cutting Edge a 2-0 lead in this second encounter here at the ARG, at the Antigua and Barbuda Technical Center in Painters. And the ball goes into touch for a throw for Cutting Edge. Ball into Simmons. Still Simmons. Simmons disturbed by Bellat, but there's a foul on Bellat. The free kick for Cutting Edge. Free kick to be taken by Henry. Henry dumps it into the box. The big ball, but intercepted by what seems to be Melvin. Played forward. Teammate wasn't aware of it. Intercepted by Samuel. Samuel takes one. Confronted by the number 12 for Lady Masters. Toe poked forward by Lady Masters. And the number 12 is making chase. But Samuel gets there first. Picks her head up. Looks for a pass. finds another Samuel. Oh, well done by Samuel to keep that one into play, but referee decides that the ball went over the line and elects to give a throw to Lady Masters to be taken here by the number 6 player here for Lady Masters.
I must say, George, all things being equal, even if though they found themselves trailing in the early portions of this game, I must say it's been an improved performance by Lady Masters. There's a clear indication that some sort of work would have been done between the performance last week and their game this week. So that's commendable. I mean, and we must give the young ladies credit. It's never easy to come back after an 8-0 defeat, put in some work, and also to show up for the other game. And they've been doing a commendable job, all things considered and all things being equal so far.
Yeah, well, it seems like there's some tactical changes also, because last week, number 10, Colborne, was playing at central midfield, and Melvin, the captain, was playing in centre back, and now today Melvin is playing in midfield, and Colborne is playing more in the back, or it seems like she's just dropping into the back when they don't have possession. So, and Melvin seems like they do it all for this team. Melvin here to take the throw. Melvin throws, the ball is booted back into touch, and there's a throw in for cutting edge. So it seems like both teams has made some tactical changes. Coach Hazelwood from last week and now Nabu Samuel during the run of this game has made some changes also.
Yes, I must say there's also been a noticeable improvement in the conditioning, George, if we can really see any improvement from week to week. But they look to be moving a lot better. They look to be moving a lot better than they did last week, George, and they put in cutting edge under a little bit of pressure.
Solid defended by Henry and gets away from 2. Henry decides to boot it upfield. It's a lovely ball over the top. It seems like Allen is away here, Zico. So Allen is away. Allen is until Colburn comes out. Colburn comes out lovely. Well read by young goalkeeper Colburn to take that one completely off the feet of Allen and keep her team just down by 2 goals, Zico, here in the 25th minute of play. The ball is with Samuel. Samuel plays it to midfield to Sharp. Sharp's play. No, sorry. Now it goes to Sharp on the wide. Sharp is being chased by the defender. The defender clears this one into touch.
Yes, that was tremendous goalkeeping there by Serenity Colburn. Again, just continuing from just building on her excellent performance last week, coming out with a timely intervention, being brave, getting low, just picking that ball up off the feet of Irisha Allen, who was bearing down on goal with just the goalkeeper to beat. So kudos to the young goalkeeper. She's definitely showing her talent and showing the fans that last week wasn't a fluke.
Definitely some consistency there, Diego. And I must say, there was a young goalkeeper earlier this evening in Prince, and then there was another young goalkeeper here in Colborne who's definitely showing their worth. To say that we have some, good and bright upcoming talent in terms of the goalkeeper department.
Yes, and the truth is goalkeepers can really play until they're 40. So if these 2 goalkeepers can still stick with the game and continue to play and work and develop, it bodes well for the future as far as the goalkeepers are concerned on the female side. I think right now they can be really good understudies for the veteran Anique Jarvis. And, again, it bodes well for future generations in terms of our goalkeeping pool.
And this falls Augustine. Augustine takes one. Augustine is inside the box. She lets to shoot, but ball shots wide. And no problems for goalkeeper Colborne in goal. And it's a goal kick for Lady Master Zico. Zico, I believe the game is playing into cutting edge favor, seeing that Lady Master is a bit tired. But there's some young players, and there's a foul there on Sharp with a handball. So another free kick here for Lady Masters, who's now moving players forward. There's Cochrane forward along with number 16. There's a big kick forward, flicked on, ball is going through. And there was a scuffle there, Zico. Some brave defending there by Samuels here, Zico, to deny the number 6 from Lady Masters due to an error by the goalkeeper, Zico.
Yes, it was commendable from Kimberly Jeffers. It seemed like it was a ball that favored the goalkeeper, but she never gave up the chase. And it was a little bit of uncertainty from Amaya Hodge and it almost produced that opening goal for Lady Masters for the season. However, eventually, referee Corbett deemed that there was an infringement on the goalkeeper and awarded Cutting Edge a free kick.
Yeah, I must say there's a bit of some skillful play being displayed and some lovely football also from the Lady Masters team, Zico, between Ballet, Cochrane and Melville here, Zico. But here it is with Simmons. Simmons plays it wise. Enriquez, a great touch by Enriquez. She beats one, tries to get up on the second, but dispossessed. Picked back up by Enriquez, being challenged hard by the player, but the player comes away with it, plays it into Jeffers. Jeffers tried to play it inside, but intercepted by Samuel. Samuel still with it, being under some pressure. Ball's forward for number 3. Number 3 plays it to Ballard. Ballard elects to shoot, but blocked by Samuel, and then picked up by Abisha Henry. Cleared by Henry, but intercepted by Cochrane. Now to Simmons. Simmons tries to play one over the top of Enriquez, beats the defender. Enriquez is chasing. She gets around it, touches it forward, still running Enriquez, but intercepted by the centre-back for Lady Masters. Lady Masters defender gets around, but it goes into touch, and now it's a throw-in for Cutting Edge, Zico.
Yes, again, we see Lady Masters creating a bit of problems. Again, an improvement from last week, and that's really all we wanted to see going into this week, George. And clearly there has been a little bit of work done. They've been a lot more organized. I mean, obviously, with a player the caliber of Mervyn Hazelwood in your coaching ranks, we expect a little bit of organization, and that seems to be the case right now for Lady Masters.
Sharp for the Cutting Edge has a sharp cut. She spins, but is intercepted by Cochrane. Cochrane did a lovely foot movement, and she plays it through. But this one looks like it's going to run straight to the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper Lexter comes out and kick one time. Ball falls by Anthony. Now it's with Simmons. Back to Anthony. Anthony takes one. Tackled by Henry. Taken away by Bellot. Bellot tries to play to the number 6. The number 6 has it. Coming forward slowly. Back to Bellot. It was a poor pass and intercepted by Samuel. But Cochrane reads the clearance. And now Cochrane's and the Cochrane's some fancy footwork to get it from Allen. Plays one into midfield. Oh, lovely take by Bellot and turn. A great pass by Bellot forward, but it was a bit strong. And it goes straight into the box to the goalkeeper. But the player was deemed to be offside. So it's a free kick to Cutting Edge.
Yes, that's, again, the number 16 there for Lady Masters, Kimberly Jeffers. Now just going a little bit early, but again, we can see a plan for Lady Masters. There's definitely a switch in terms of having Kayla Bellot, who's one of your better technical players, push into midfield, and she's looking to try to drag Lady Masters back into this encounter.
And Allen is away again, but Colburn is quickly off a line to clear this one off of the feet of Allen, and Augustine gets onto it and tries to shoot from long range, but this one goes harmfully into touch for a goal kick here for the Lady Masters team. Zika, I must say I'm very much impressed with Melvin, Cochrane, and Bellot this evening, Zika. They're playing some fine 1-2s. They're executing some fantastic individual skill. Jeffers is making some very decent runs. She just has to time it a little better, and the pass has to be a little more accurate. But here we go again here with Wijnaldum on it. Wijnaldum elects to pass wide. Number 6 has it. Number 6 plays it back to Wijnaldum. Lovely touch by Wijnaldum. Wijnaldum still tries to play to Cochrane, but intercepted by Samuels. And Samuels tries to play one over the top for Sharp, but it was a bit too hard, and it goes into touch for throwing for Lady Masters.
Yes, we see Lady Masters actually getting a foothold in the game. You know, again, that presence of Jaquela Bellot in the middle of the field seems to be a good tactical adjustment from Coach Mervyn Hazelwood. And you know, if she can find her passing range.
And Jeffers is on the run here. Jeffers is on the run here against Benjamin. Benjamin comes with it. Benjamin is using it body well, turns out. Still Benjamin. Benjamin plays it out to Enriquez. Great first touch by Enriquez. Head up. Elects to pass. It was a bit wayward, but chased down by Allen. Falls to Sharp. Sharp back to Enriquez. Enriquez is a ball across goal. Augustine is on it. And a strike. And into the back of the net by Augustine Zico. A lovely left-footed strike from some 20 yards out, Zico, to make it 3-0 here. And the second in the 32nd minute here, Zico, for Cutting Edge, Zico. So it's a 3-0 margin now by Cutting Edge with the second goal from Augusti with a brilliant left-footed strike with an assist for young Jordan Enriquez also, Zico.
Yes, in my opinion, goal of the day so far, George.
Most definitely. It was a brilliant strike, head up, perfect technique to beat the custodian.
Initially a great run by Jordan Enriquez. Her first touch put the defense under tremendous pressure, and she was able to pick out Brianna August at just outside the penalty area. She took a very good first touch, pulled it in on her left foot, and sent a curling effort to the top left-hand corner. Hits the underside of the crossbar to extend Cutting Edge's lead to 3-0 in the 32nd minute of play.
Yes, Zico, definitely. I see like every time August picks it up, August is looking to shoot, Zico. It seems like August comes with a cannon this evening, Zico, and every opportunity to shoot at goal, August is taking that opportunity.
It's a refreshing change from what we've grown accustomed to over the last few years in terms of keeping it in possession, and we hear that all the time from the bench. It's a refreshing adjustment, especially in the ladies game. Because if we're being honest, the majority, if you have players who can really shoot and put goalkeepers on the pressure, in the women's side of things, more often than not, that's going to pay dividends. And clearly, Brianna is acutely aware of that, and she has managed to tally her second of the encounter to give her team a 3-0 lead.
Well, definitely, Zico. It seems like there's a player who had to get medical attention. It looks like young Bellot.
Yes, that looks
from
like
my opinion, Zico.
That looks like Jaquela Bellot. I'm not sure if she's looking at a change in footwear or if there's a medical issue. It more looks like a change in footwear being the problem. But hopefully she can get back in, because she's going to be really needed for this group if they are to avoid another one-sided affair this weekend.
Definitely. So, and we're back in play here. The ball is with Sharp. Now Benjamin, number 3. Enriquez, number 12. Enriquez goes past our man. Still going Enriquez. Elects to pass. Gets it to Benjamin. Benjamin tries to play back Enriquez, but Enriquez is now on it. Enriquez shoots the goal. Ball almost goes through the legs of Colborne, but Colborne picks it up cleanly. Oh, and there's a late whistle for an offside on Jordan Enriquez there, down the left-hand side for Cutting Edge.
Yes, so we see Jaquela Bellot back in. It looks like it was just an adjustment to be made with her footwear, and she's back on. So Lady Masters back to full strength.
Yeah, most definitely. So there's a kick for Lady Masters. Kick is taken shot to Melvin. Melvin under pressure by Allen, but picked off by Deluge and cleared into touch for a throw-in for Lady Masters, Zico.
Yes, so it's a throw-in on the right side of the field. It looks like it's a throw-in for. Yes, it's a throw-in for Lady Masters on the right side of the field, and they'd be looking to alleviate some of the pressure by getting this ball down the line and into the Cutting Edge half.
Balls with Samuel. Samuel with Deluge. Deluge back to Samuel. One touch pass over the top to Simmons. Simmons' first touch leads to Benjamin. Benjamin to Henry. Henry takes a touch to Sharp. Sharp to Benjamin. Cutting Edge trying to come over the left side. Benjamin tries forward with it. Has Enriquez on the run. Plays a lovely through ball for Enriquez. Enriquez is chasing. She catches up to it. Enriquez is coming across the byline. Has Augustine to pass, 2 passes, but intercepted by Melvin and cleared by Melvin. And ball falls for Coquin. Coquin did a lovely turn and a ball over the top by Coquin for Bellot. Bellot is chasing Samuel. And Samuel is wrestling. Bellot gets there first, and Bellot is in on goal. And Bellot shoots, and it's a lovely goal here by number 12 for Lady Masters by Jaquela Bellot here, Zico, in the 37th minute to pull one back to a 3-1 margin, and it was a great ball by Cochrane, over the top, and Bellot used her pace and power to muscle Samuel off of it, and with a lovely cut inside, neatly done and tucked away past the goalkeeper, Hodge Zico, who had no chance in goal there for cutting edge this evening.
That's excellent play there by Jaquela Bellot. Never gave up running, understood it to be a 50-50, realized that she could have gotten something out of it. Like you said, use her power, use her aggression, nicked it off of Donisha Samuel. Still had a bit of work to do. But obviously she executed that as well, cutting into her right foot and hitting with some pace and power past Amaya Arjun goal.
So this ball is intercepted. Now it seems like there's some sort of life now driven into this Lady Masters team, Zico. They're running a little more balls with it's Sharp. Sharp looking to take on, but intercepted by number 3. Number 3 kicks it goes to Jeffers. Jeffers with a nice little flick to number 6, but number 6 couldn't control. Number 3 is on it still. Melvin is on it. Melvin looks up. Melvin has time and space to drive forward. Melvin plays it wide to number 6. Number 6 takes the touch, looks back for Melvin, plays it to Melvin. Melvin dummies. It goes through to Jeffers, but Simmons picks it up. Simmons plays it forward. Intercepted by Cochrane. Back to Simmons. Augusti has it now, comes around. Plays it forward for Allen. Allen is on the chase down the right. Allen cuts across, comes approaching the 18-yard box. Strong defending, but the Allen shot goes straight into the hands of Colborne, and Colborne jogs forward with it. And Colborne clears. Straight to Benjamin. Benjamin has time. Benjamin takes the touch, puts it down on the ground. Plays it for number 9, Samuel. Samuel to 11. Ball is played to Deluge. Deluge to Sharp. Sharp is on the run. Still Sharp. Sharp gets past 1. Cuts back by Sharp, cuts into our left foot. Sharp is in the back, takes a shot. There was a poor effort, and the ball goes into touch for a goal kick for Lady Masters.
Again, improved showing so far. Both teams that struggled a bit last week, George, have put in a good shift in the first half. Hopefully, this is something that Lady Masters can build on, and they can put 2 halves of quality together and possibly get something out of it.
Oh, there's something here, Zico, and Jeffers was a bit strayed, and now the linesman, or the assistant referee, as I should say, flags her for being offside. But it was a fantastic effort there by Cochrane to win that one off of Abisha Henry. But unfortunately, Jeffers got into the way of Cochrane and was in an offside position.
Good defending by Cochrane. Unfortunately, Jeffers was in an offside position. So that ricochet off the defender.
And there we have it.
The possible effort.
Yeah, and there we have it, Zico, the halftime whistler's blown by the referee, and we have the 3-1 margin to cutting edge here, Zico. And it looks like it's going to be a tough task by Coach Hazelwood here for his team, but I think he should also commend them because they're making a valuable effort compared to last week's result, Zico.
Yes, it has. I must say it has been a commendable effort. I mean, a much improved effort. Clearly, that's indicative of some work being done, and that is commendable on the young ladies' part. It's never easy coming back off such a lopsided defeat. We must give credit to, again, young Serenity Coldwater, keeping the Lady Masters in the encounter. Hopefully, as Fort Wood unfortunately wasn't able to do, hopefully we can see Lady Masters have a better or just as competitive first half and not fall away. This game is poised. It's in the balance. It's a 3-1 margin, but at this level, one more goal for Lady Masters early in the second half puts the cats among the pigeons, as some people would say, and would make it an incredibly exciting encounter for us. But I would imagine an uncomfortable situation for Cutting Edge.
Well, definitely, Zeke, as we go into the halftime break here, the score is 3-1 in favor of Cutting Edge over Lady Masters here in our second game of the evening here at the ABFA Technical Center in this Calvin Year 2025 Antigua and Barbuda Ladies Premier League. And I must say both games this evening has been a lot more competitive. But as we take this break, we'll be back in a few minutes to continue with the second half.
Discover the Caribbean from a new perspective with Calvin Air Helicopters. Call us today at 789-4354 or email reservations@calvinair.com. From providing access to higher learning, fostering young talent in music, to supporting youth development initiatives, the Calvin Air Foundation is playing a pivotal role in nurturing the potential of tomorrow's leaders.
Check, check.
Check.
Walk this way.
You good? What about the camera? Okay.
So welcome back to second half coverage of match number 4 of the Calvin Foundation ABFA 2025 Women's Premier League. I am Desmond Zico Blow along with George Sauer Dublin, and we have the second half resumption of the match between Cutting Edge FC and Lady Masters. Just to recap, Cutting Edge FC leading 3-1. Goals in 11th minute by Abigail Simmons, and 2 goals, one in the 17th and one in the 32nd by Brianna August to give Cutting Edge a 3-0 lead. Then we had Jaquela Belloc pulling one back 3 minutes before halftime in the 37th minute to bring Lady Masters to a 2-goal, within 2 goals of Cutting Edge. So it's 3-1 on resumption at the ABFA Technical Center.
Yes, Zico. And also we must say there was a change, or a couple of changes look like for Lady Masters is, and Enriquez is on the run. There's a lovely cross by Enriquez, met by Allen, and lovely. And in the 46th minute of play here, Zico, the score is now 4-1 to Cutting Edge. Goal scored by Allen off of a lovely left-footed cross by young Jordan Enriquez here.
Yes,
at the ABFA Technical Center, Zico.
Second assist there for Jordan Enriquez. Played in by August, getting that ball on the left side, and she swung in a brilliant cross to the back of the Lady Masters defense for a streak in Irisha Allen to tuck home nicely to extend her team's 3-goal lead here at the ABFA Technical Center.
Yes, Zico. Well, it seems like the second halves of both games, Zico, starting the same, with a goal being scored in the first minute of play of the second half, which is usually the 46th minute. And there we have a foul on Sharp attacking the Lady Masters goal. So it's a free kick, and from the looks of it, August, like she's backing herself here, Zico.
Yes, just a correction, 41st minute. We're so used to playing 45, so the girls are playing 40. So that goal by Irisha Allen scored in the 41st minute.
And the free kick taken by August, and it went straight into the hands of Colborne, who comes away with it. Colborne takes a kick for August. Then it's Bellot on it. Bellot turns, but being harassed by Sharp. Sharp wins it, plays it wide to Samuel. Samuel chases it down, plays it to number 9, Samuel again. Samuel into midfield to Simmons. Simmons turns, plays it to Sharp. Sharp to Samuel. Samuel tries to place it down the line for Allen, but it was a bit too close to the line and a bit too hard, and it goes into touch for a throw-in for Lady Masters.
Yes. Again, just unfortunate that Lady Masters would have given up that goal so early on resumption, basically with the first attack, similar to the first half. And that generally can knock the wind out of your sails. We'll see if they have the wherewithal to respond, but they could have ill-afforded that further setback, George.
Yeah, most definitely it was not a welcome one at all for the Lady Masters, but as it is in football, you make mistakes and people capitalize on the mistakes. Sometimes they get fortunate and sometimes they don't. Unfortunately, they weren't as fortunate to stop that one from going in the back of the net. But anyway, we have a corner kick here for the Cutting Edge to be taken by Allen from the right-hand side. August is going over to help. She likes to play it short, plays it to August. August back to Allen. Allen tries to go to Sharp, but it was a bit hard. So he goes straight back to Samuel. Samuel takes a touch out of her feet. Back to Allen. Allen takes a touch coming across inside. Still Allen. Cutting Edge decides to go right back. He goes right back to Samuel, number 9. Samuel picks her head up, plays it in the midfield to Sharp. Sharp back to Samuel. Samuel to Henry. Henry to Enriquez. Enriquez has Benjamin overlapping. Enriquez cut back inside, plays it back to Henry. Sharp. Allen. But dispossessed by Bellot. Simon. Cochrane. Deluge. Jeffers. Enriquez being challenged by number 9. Lose possession. Number 14 clears it and the ball goes into touch. And it's a throw-in for Lady Masters.
Yes, we see Cutting Edge applying a lot of pressure in the early going of the second half. Second half there, George, looking to put this game completely out of reach from Lady Masters in the early going.
And trying to take by Wijnaldum. Wijnaldum goes back to Melvin. Melvin boots. Ball falls to Bella. Bella turns, cuts one, gets past Samuel. And Bella plays one over the top, and it was a great ball. Jeffers is on the chase. When Samuel gets there first, Samuel turns away to her right. Challenged by number 3 on Samuel, but Samuel still has it. Samuel comes around the corner, plays it back to another Samuel. She plays it through midfield to Sharp. Sharp has time, she turns, plays it through the gap for Allen. Allen is being chased by Cochrane. Allen gets around Cochrane, has Enriquez. Elects to make an early cross into the box, but the ball is too close to goalkeeper Colburn and she collects cleanly before Enriquez could get there. And the referee blows the whistle because there's a player down. Seems like number 9, Donisha Samuel, is down on the far side here for Cutting Edge.
Yes, looks like Donisha suffering from a bit of cramps. I mean, this will have been their first game, so that's to be expected. But prior to that counter-attack from Cutting Edge, there was a lovely bit of skill by Jaquela Bellot. And an equally impressive pass to the back of the defense. However, Jeffers' starting position was not the best, and that allowed the Cutting Edge defense to cover. I think if Jeffers had picked up a starting position in between the 2 centre backs as opposed to between the right back and the centre back, she could have put the Cutting Edge defense on a bit more pressure. As it was, she had a lot of ground to make up, and she just wasn't unable to get there when the ball got there, and the Cutting Edge managed to escape unscathed in that situation.
Yeah, the Zico. And as just a quick recap, we ended first half 3-1 to Cutting Edge with 2 goals to August and 1 goal to Simmons. And in the 41st minute of play in the second half, there's a goal scored by Allen to give Cutting Edge a 4-1 lead here at the ABFA Technical Centre in this 2025 Calvin A sponsored ABFA Women's Premier League, which is turning out to be week 2 here, and week 2 has been a lot more exciting than week 1. There's less goals being scored, more organization in terms of team play, Zico. And we must say there's been a great improvement which we saw from Fort Road, who lost last week, and Lady Masters, who we saw last week, Zico.
Yes, I wholeheartedly agree. I mean, the scoreline doesn't really paint the true picture in terms of the difference in play, especially from the Lady Masters. This is our first look at Cutting Edge for the season, but Lady Masters have given a much better account of themselves thus far this week than they did in their opening encounter and their first game of the season.
Most definitely, Zico. So there's some strong challenges taking place inside there, Zico, and the referee blows for a foul on Bellot, who is massively aggressive here, Zico, this evening. I must say, has been a handful for the Cutting Edge defense.
Yes, I got my first look at her during the school league season we just started, and she's quickly becoming one of my favorite players, just because of her aggression and her willingness to mix it up. I mean, she gives as good as she gets, and I like to see her not being afraid to mix it up.
And Cutting Edge on the attack, a lovely ball by Allen, and picked up by Enriquez, but was unable to get it past goalkeeper Colburn. And Colburn picks up, elects to throw, tries to throw it to Bellot. It falls to Bellot. Bellot is the aggressive, but Sharp is also there. And Sharp dispossesses Bellot. Sharp to Samuel. Samuel to Allen. And Allen is chasing this one down the line, but the defender gets there first, which looks like
it's number 15 there, Naomi Williams. with a timely intervention. You see Irisha Allen full of running here, George, tonight, and really putting the Lady Masters defenders under some relentless pressure with her running, uncompromising running down that right side.
Most definitely, Zeke, and I must say her teammates are willing to try to get that ball to her because they recognize that her pace is unmatched out there this evening on the right-hand side, Zeke. But we're now into the 50th minute of play where the score is 4-1 to Cutting Edge here at the ABFA Technical Center in this 2025 Calvin Ayre sponsored Women's Premier League. And the ball is booted upfield by Melvin, falls to Bellot. Bellot turns, gets past her defender. She has Weeks wide. Still Bellot. Oh, lovely turn by Bellot to get away from Simmons. Still Bellot, and a great ball by Bellot. Should have got for Weeks, but Weeks is being hounded by Benjamin. Benjamin gets there first and decides to turn out to her right. Still Benjamin, but Weeks is not giving up on the play. And Benjamin comes, or Enriquez gets back to help. Enriquez is with it. Down the line, but Bellot intercepts it from Enriquez and gets on Enriquez quite easily. Tries to play one around the corner, but intercepted by Benjamin. Now Henry. Henry tries to go over the top, but met by Melvin. Over the head of Bellot, picked up by Benjamin. Benjamin looks, plays it out to Enriquez. Enriquez with a great first touch, has some options, plays it into Sharp. Sharp with a lovely turn, decides to cut back, tries to play it through to Enriquez. It gets to Enriquez. Enriquez has time. Enriquez looks to help. Enriquez takes on a defender, plays it to Sharp. Sharp tries to take 1-2, but Sharp is being hounded by the number 14 player. Still with Sharp. Sharp has helping Enriquez. Elects to go to Augustine. Augustine has it. Cuts back. Augustine being challenged by number 17. Number 17 wins it, plays it to Cochrane. Cochrane boots it upfield. Jeffers is on the chase against Samuel. Samuel gets it first. Plays it wide to Allen. Allen is on it with time. Allen elects to make an early cross, but the cross is too close to Colborne, and Colborne controls it with her feet and elects to take some precious time off the clock. Zico.
Yes, that would be a bit of a tactic that we would expect from the team who is in a winning position. However, Serenity Colborne understanding that at this point it's more about managing the scoreline and managing the game more than anything else.
The ball was with Weeks. She tries to play to Bellot. Now with Jeffers. Jeffers being challenged by Simmons. Simmons gets it. Simmons and Bellot still challenging. More in favor of Simmons. Simmons coming around the corner, plays it wide to Enriquez, but Simmons was hacked by Weeks, and the referee elects to share the first yellow card of this game, Zico, to Young Weeks.
Yes,
for a challenge on Simmons.
Number 9 there, Amoya Weeks, with a yellow card in the 53rd minute of play there. Really with a garden variety foul, as they would say, George.
Definitely.
Just trying to break things up and giving her team a little bit of a reprieve. They've been under some relentless pressure over the last few minutes.
And ball floated into the box and almost misjudged there by young Colburn, but she recovered, Zico.
Yes.
And a lovely strike or attempt on goal by Abisha Henry. But Colbert is up to the task. And Talbot decides to clear, but the ball hits the defender. Now the ball is with Bellot. Bellot tries to play it wide, plays it wide to number 3. Number 3 turns it to midfield, but intercepted by Simmons. Simmons on it. Now Sharp on it. Sharp with a left-footed strike, but straight into the arms of Colborne, and Colborne comes away. Zico, what do you think is Colborne average per saves throughout the last 2 games, Zico?
I think just roughly, Serenity has probably made, I would say at this point, between 25 and 30 saves in the space of a game and a half, George.
No, definitely. Anyway, we're back to the run of play. Ball is with Sharp. Sharp cuts one, gets the pass Colborne, Cochrane, and takes a shot, but straight into the arms of Colborne here once again, Zico. And Colborne elects to kick. She kicks it big. Ball falling for Jeffers, over the head of Jeffers, but Melvin is on the chase. Samuel gets there first. Samuel turns out. Samuel still trying to take a pass, but dispossessed by Jeffers. Jeffers with the ball over the top for Melvin, but Melvin didn't attempt to go on it and is picked up by Benjamin. Benjamin plays it into midfield to August. August with a good touch. August turns and tries to play one around the corner for Allen, but it falls to Sharp. Sharp with a quick, some fancy foot movement, but didn't get away from the defenders, and ball cleared by Bellot and goes right back to goalkeeper Hodge. Goalkeeper Hodge plays it right to
Now we really
Benjamin.
see the tired legs of the Lady Masters, much like we saw it with Fort Road. Let's see if they can manage to find another gear and try to get a goal back, make it a little bit more competitive.
Benjamin to August to Enriquez, Enriquez to Sharp, Sharp turns, has Allen, but that's a little too much there, Zico, by Sharp when she had Allen on the run.
Yes, she definitely had Irisha Allen in a very good position, good timed run. She turned, looked up, saw the run, and elected to turn away from where that run is.
Intercepted by Weeks, but back to Deluge. Deluge still dancing on it. Turns and plays it to Enriquez. Enriquez has time and space. Enriquez plays to August, but intercepted by number 14, who is Lynch, and cleared by Bellot. Big shout out by Bellot also. Ball is with Benjamin. Benjamin goes back to Henry. Henry to Allen. Allen with a lovely turn. Allen has time and space. Allen with an early cross in, but there's no player from cutting edge inside the box and comfortably gathered by Colborne.
Yes, so, the cutting edge team, Irisha doing a good job to get around her mark, but there's very little of a viable target in the box. Jordan Henriquez doing a tremendous job trying to get onto the end of that ball, but that's just too much. It would have been easier if you had your number 9 making that run onto those crosses from Allen at this point.
Sharp with a cross, but off the body of Wynandam and into and the ball goes into touch for corner kick for cutting edge. It looks like Allen is coming across to take the corner kick, and here we have a substitution for cutting edge. Number
Denisha Samuel.
5 is out, Denisha Samuel, and number 8.
We'll give you the name in a minute. Is it 8?
Yeah, is it 8?
Is that number 8? We already have number 6.
Corner taker, Sharp foot across, but blocked by number 9, Weeks, and the ball goes into touch for another corner for cutting edge.
Don't worry about Akela, let's go.
So we continue. Irish Allen with a corner kick from the left side of the field.
Ball falls to Melvin. Melvin picks her heads up. She has time. Plays the ball. Tries to play it out to Weeks. But Weeks, ball never got to Weeks. The ball is now with Allen. Allen cuts back. Elects to hit it in the box. And read by Bellot. Bellot clear it upfield. Picked up by Brown. Brown has time. Brown tries to play it to Sharp, but it was a bit off, and it's picked up now by number 18, sorry. Number 18 tries to go, but this is possessed by Denisha Samuel. And now Samuel still has it. Samuel plays it to Sharp, but there's an infringement committed by Samuel, so there's a free kick to Lady Masters.
Yes, look at we see Lady Masters slowing things down, trying to get a little bit of a breathe. They've been put under some tremendous pressure, I would say, over the last 5 to 8 minutes, George, and we see them taking their time, trying to put, if there was money, if I had to wager, I would bet that Jaquela Bellot would be in and around this free kick.
Well, the free kick was taken short, and player comes forward with it for Lady Masters. Tries to play it around the corner, but intercepted by Enriquez. Still Enriquez. Enriquez using her body well to protect the ball, being hounded by Weeks, but ball goes into touch and is a throw-in for cutting edge to be taken by Simmons, it looks like here, on the left-hand side for cutting edge Zico.
I must say it's been commendable in terms of the response from Lady Masters, giving up that goal early on resumption. They seem to have settled just a little bit. We've had an additional 17 minutes after that goal is scored, and they seem to have staved off any restart jitters, and they continue to plug away, try to get back into this game.
Ball is with Bellot. Bellot plays it over the top, headed forward, picked up by Henry. Henry boots it forward, met by Allen. Still Allen. Allen plays it for Sharp, but he's a bit behind the Sharp. And intercepted by Melvin. Melvin plays it wide to James. James plays it back to Melvin. Melvin tries to take it on Allen, but Allen wins it. Allen is a 1v1 here with Bellard. Allen goes past Bellard. Allen kicks the goal and misses. The ball checkers agonizingly across the goal, and Enriquez tried to get onto the end of it, but ball was a bit too fast for her, and the ball goes into touch for a goal kick for the Lady Masters, Zico. I find Melvin there, Zico, not being her usual self and clearing her lines, being a bit brave and being dispossessed and granting a chance to Allen, Zico.
I would chalk that up to a little bit of frustration, George. It's always difficult, it's always difficult even at this level, at any level, to be playing to the level that Melvin is playing and seemingly not getting the support that you really want. There are momentary lapses where there's a demonstration, but I back her to regroup and get back to her normal way of leading this team.
Most definitely. So the ball now is cutting edge on Sharp. Sharp has some options, which is August. August gets it on the right and takes a shot. Ball goes into the hands of Colborne, a bit stiff, so she didn't get it cleanly, but she recovered to pick it up before Allen could have gotten onto it. A big ball being played, met first by Brown. Brown to Simmons. Simmons tried to play it forward, but hits Wild and Lum. Now it falls to Enriquez. Enriquez plays it into Sharp. Sharp with a neat turn. Sharp with a beautiful ball to Allen, but Allen misread it, and it skips past her and ran down by James, but unfortunately it goes into touch for a corner kick off a miscue from James here, Zico. In the 62nd minute of play, Zico, the score is 4-1 to Cutting Edge. And I think we have an interesting game here on our hands, Zico. Although the scoreline looks to be more in favor of Cutting Edge, I think that Lady Masters is giving a good account to themselves. Allen?
I would agree with you 100% there, George, based on, if we were to compare and contrast their performance from last week to this week. It's really apples to oranges, and you must, although trailing 4-1 here, you must give them tremendous credit. And I would imagine that the coaching staff would also deserve a little bit of credit, because clearly you can see some work would have been done. You would have seen a clear plan. And so it's a matter of improving the girls' fitness, improving their concentration, improving their decision making, but a drastic improvement in terms of their performance from week to week.
Most definitely, Zico. So it's a throw-in for Lady Masters to be taken by James, but I see Bellot jogging over, so it seems like the throw-in is going to be taken by Bellot.
It's a long throw or a short throw, George?
But it seems like it's a long throw because Bellot seems to have some size in her. She's a big throw to Melvin, who is trying to keep possession of it, but it bounces off of her and goes into touch for a throw-in for Cutting Edge to be taken by Samuel, number 11. Samuel has the options, plays it to Allen, cleared to number 17. Number 17 with a poor touch and intercepted by Henry. Henry drives forward with it. Henry challenged strong by Weeks. Falls to Deluge, Augustine, but Cochran was there. Big boot by Cochran. Oh, and I saw what Jefferson was trying there, but the ball is now with Melvin. Melvin looking to take on Samuel 1v1. Melvin slows it down, trying to lower Samuel. Melvin goes past Samuel, but a lovely challenge by Samuel. And Samuel comes away with it. And the ball goes into touch for a throw-in for Cutting Edge. Samuel with a big throw down the line to Allen. Allen takes it, plays it back to Samuel. Misread by Samuel, but picked up by Henry and struck hard into the face of James. And the referee blows a whistle to comfort.
More than comfort,
James.
in the modern game, any blow to the head, ball or otherwise, requires immediate attention from the referee. And so quite rightly, she would have bring play to a halt and would have summoned the EMS staff to ensure that young James is fit to continue.
Oh, definitely, Ezekiel. We see there's a substitution here for both Cutting Edge and Lady Masters. So there's number 17
For Lady Masters.
says exiting the game number 17 and entering the game number 2, Zico. 17 is Nathan and number 2 is Taylor. So exiting the game number 17 for Lady Masters and entering the game is number 2 Taylor.
Anthony Taylor.
Also there's a sub for Cutting Edge. Exiting
Number
is
16,
Simmons and entering number 21 in Janique Joseph. I think Simmons puts in a solid shift this evening.
Yes, I was impressed with her work rate. Also, just being ever present in the middle of the field, being that link between defense and attack. You know, she slotted in to that number 6 position to help shield that back four, but she also had the wherewithal to get into the attack once the team was in good offensive shape and were maintained in good position. So I think the coach would be happy with the shift that she put in, and you know, with all things considered, with a 4-goal-1 lead, I think he can afford to make a few changes. Obviously, we still see that there can be some improvement made in the general fitness of all the players, and you know, having a 4-goal lead would allow you to get some players some valuable minutes, which would aid in their match fitness.
Well, Zico, it looked like Agosti can't continue, so there'll be a substitution here for the Cutting Edge. Agosti coming off, and there was just now there, Zico, I saw the physio or the EMS, the physio for the Cutting Edge putting a bit of spray there on the referee's calf, Zico. So the referee seems like she's having a bit of a calf issue.
Yes,
here,
I mean, listen, we've been around long enough to understand the rigors of playing on the AstroTurf, and if the officials are struggling, it tells you all you need to know in terms of how the players are feeling. And then not to take anything away from the officials, they do cover a lot of ground, obviously having to be close enough to the play. So kudos to Duran Mead in assisting the referee so we can have a smooth flow in the game.
The ball now is here with Melvin. Melvin turns, she tries to play it forward for Jeffers. It's forward for Jeffers, but intercepted by Abisha Henry. Now Allen is on it. Allen turns, takes on James, gets past James. Allen is still, but James recovers well and throws it into touch for a throw-in for Cutting Edge down on the far side. Yes, you must say both teams are battling it out. I think it's an evenly contested game, giving Cutting Edge the edge in some instances in terms of possession and capitalizing on the opportunity they have created. But I think the Lady Masters has made a great account of themselves compared to last week's performance here this evening, Zico. And it seems like the referee is still in some discomfort, Zico. Now the referee is at the sideline getting some medical attention here, Zico.
Yes, I think from the looks of things, the fourth official, Mr. Ford, may be called into action momentarily, George, if this situation continues.
Most definitely. And showing for Cutting Edge down there on the far side to be taken by Samuel. Samuel to Allen, but intercepted by Melvin, and the ball goes into touch off of Allen, and it's a throw-in for Lady Masters to be taken by Melvin. Melvin shows it long. Try to get it to number 7, but intercepted by Henry. Henry plays it to Sharp. Sharp with a left-footed pass to Enriquez, but intercepted by number 14, picked up by Davis, and crossed in by Enriquez, but intercepted by Bellot, booted upfield by Bellot, picked up by Brown. Brown, ball is with Cutting Edge, number 8, ball is with Allen. Allen comes around the corner against number 18. Number 18 still harassing Allen. and the ball goes into touch, and a throw in for Lady Masters. So there's a substitution. There is Chloe Davis, number 2, who is entered the field of play.
Yes, young Chloe Davis. I think she would have
Replace-
been with the national U15s, just coming back from their was it U15s or
U14s, Zico,
U14s, the girls U14 Challenge Series. It's good to see that some of those girls coming back would have been integrated into this competition, and we alluded to the benefits of this competition to their overall development earlier in our broadcast. So it's really good to see that they've been integrated into the highest level competition that we have in Antigua.
On a female standpoint.
Yes, on the female standpoint, giving them the much needed exposure in an environment where they can be competitive.
Well, Zico, I must say, he said earlier in the first game that the sponsorship is a 5-year sponsorship by Calvin here.
Including this year, so we have 4 years
to
after
go.
this.
So all I'm saying is, if there's, and I know Calvin here does not commit to renege. So if he's committed 5 years now, it's just for the organizers of the league now, Zico, to find things that needs to be improved on and improve. And in 5 years, we should have a really prominent and vibrant female league.
It also gives the teams and the clubs an opportunity to put a mid to long-term goal in place, because it's clear that we have the sponsorship locked in. So your job now is centered around developing your team, identifying young talent that can be developed. We know that the league is going to be a fixture within the ABFA for the next 5 years. So now there can be proper planning from a team perspective in terms of fitness, in terms of style of play, in terms of regular training sessions for the ladies, because these are the things that are going to help these girls improve in the mid to long term.
Picked up by Sharp. Sharp tries to put Enriquez. It gets to Enriquez. Enriquez tries to play through the middle. Met by Melvin. Cleared by Melvin. Falls to number 9, Weeks. Weeks has it. Weeks goes past. Tries to take on Chloe. Gets past Chloe, but there was some help in the
Number 21.
Number 21 player, Janique Joseph.
Yes.
And the ball goes into touch for throwing, and it seems like Weeks is down and needs some assistance.
Yes.
But Weeks bunks up real quickly, so it seems like Weeks was taking a slight breather. The throwing to be taken by number 13, Wynandam, for Lady Masters. Throwing taken. Ball falls to Bella. Bella flicks it on for Cochrane. Cochrane is in chase against Joseph. Joseph clears. Wynandam is on it. Good touch by Wynandam. She looks for options. Has a few, but couldn't make use of them. The ball is with Deluge now. Deluge looking for options. Has Enriquez on the left. Plays it wide Enriquez. Enriquez elects to take a one-time pass, but miscues her pass, and the ball is chased down by Melvin. And Melvin comes away with it, comes around the corner, takes on Enriquez, still Melvin. Melvin cuts Sharp, plays it to number 14, but number 14 miscontrol it, and it was number 7. But Colborne is off her line. Sharp to make a save, and shots taken by Deluge, and the ball goes high and wide of Colborne's goal, Zico.
Not a good save there by Serenity Colborne. I think Irisha Allen has to score that one, George. I mean, we could have given her the benefit of the doubt on a couple of earlier attempts where Serenity did really, really well to close the space and taking one off of her boots. But that one, bearing down on goal with the goal at your mercy, I think she would be expecting. She would be expecting, and she would have been expected to do a better job in terms of her finishing.
Most definitely, Zico. It seems like the goal kick was taken from above the required line, so the official waved to the referee that the goal kick was not taken from the correct spot, so we have to have a restart. And the ball should be coming back to goalkeeper Colborne, Zico. So we're into the 74th minute.
Yes.
75th minute of play here at the Antigua and Barbuda Technical Center in Painters in the second game of our doubleheader.
I think it's safe to say that we can say that Cutting Edge is gonna notch the first win of the season, George.
Yeah, it looks safe to say 5 minutes in regulation, given a few added on time. But yes, it's safe to say that Cutting Edge has this one in the bag here with a 4-1 margin. Ball played short, ball is with Wydandon, miscontrolled it and it rolls into touch for throwing for Cutting Edge.
Yes, just a momentary lapse in concentration there from young Ronaldo. You know, it's understandable. It's understandable at this stage, but play continues with a throw from the eastern side of the field for Cutting Edge.
Throw taken by Davis, met by Bellot, then met by Melvin, high-booted clearance, met by Cochrane. Cochrane tries to play forward, cleared by Henry for James, picked up by Samuel, Cutting Edge. Still Samuel. Samuel to Sharp. Sharp back to Samuel. Samuel down the line for Allen. But the ball goes into touch for a throw-in for Lady Master Zico.
Yes, Cutting Edge just seems to be, just trying to play it out, play the game and try to really kill it off. However, not really connecting on their passes on the far side of the field.
Most definitely. Throw-in taken to Bellot. Bellot gathers herself, boots it upfield. Ball is with number 2. Number 2 tries to turn but dispossess. A lovely ball into his feet as Sharp. Sharp as Allen. Sharp tries to dribble but dispossess. Ball is with Bellot. Bellot tries to play to Weeks. It eludes Davis, but now Weeks and Joseph battling for it. Weeks look like she has the upper hand here on Joseph. Still Weeks going down the right side. Being chased by Joseph. Weeks with a cutback, a turn. But Weeks was dispossessed by Joseph. And Joseph has it. Joseph boots it upfield. Enriquez with a poor first touch and an errant pass. But it falls for number 8. Number 8 turns and plays it through the channel for Allen. But Barlett is up to the task and Barlett just elects to boot it into touch. Zico.
Yes, now game is becoming really, really stretched, George, and we're seeing the tired legs, both teams. Yes, Cutting Edge has a lead, but we see a definite dip in quality. Some poor touches and some equally bad passes being exhibited right now by both teams, and we can clearly chalk it up to fatigue, both mentally and physically, because we all know that goes hand in hand at this point in the waning moments of the game.
Most definitely, but I must say that Zico, compared to last week in terms of the play and the physical fitness of teams. Last week, by the 45th minute, there's a lot of players who was coming off the pitch and things like that. But this game, these 2 games today, the players has gone through a lot longer. A lot of players reaching to the 78th minute. A few players who we see who've gone down because they've got the knocks earlier, and the knocks have become an issue now later down in the game. So we are now into the final moments, the last 3 minutes of regulation here, and Bellot has to be getting attention from the physiotherapist on the sideline here at the ABFA Technical Center. So just a quick run through of this game here at the ABFA Technical Center, of second and final game of the evening between Lady Masters and Cutting Edge, where Lady Masters is down 4 goals to 1 to Cutting Edge. Goals scoring by 2 goals by Augustine, 1 by Simmons and 1 by Allen here respectively in this encounter, Zico.
Yes, and the lone goal so far for Lady Masters, which would have been scored by Shaquilla Bella, to tally her first item of the season, as well as her team's first goal of this 2025 Alvin Air Foundation ABFA Women's Premier League at the ABFA's Technical Center at Painters.
Yes, Zico, and the ball is in touch now for a throw-in for Lady Masters. I think Zico, Cutting Edge is trying to play some constructive football, trying to get passes, play little 1-2s and so on. passes has been a little wayward in terms of the weight of passing, but you could see the idea is right and is something like it's being taught on the training pitch, Zico.
Yes, we all know Coach Nabu Samuel's brand of football, and that's being displayed by Cutting Edge. Obviously, we do expect to see some sort of improvement as the season goes along. We both know Nabu is a brilliant tactician, but he's also really detail oriented. So a lot of this will be addressed, I would imagine, in the upcoming weeks, and he would be looking to really fine tune his team so they can be at the top end of this 5-team table and be really competitive throughout the season.
Yes, and there's a goal kick for Lady Masters. Starts short, play to Wynandam. Wynandam plays a big ball over the top to Weeks. Weeks gets hunted but confronted by Joseph. Then Bella picks up the loose ball. Bella drives into midfield. Still Bella on it, tries to elude one player, but Chloe Davis gets a touch. Now with Chloe Davis, Chloe goes past one, tries to go past two, but there was a chunk challenge by Melvin. And there's a yellow card awarded to Melvin.
That's a bit
by
harsh.
referee Corbett, Zico.
A bit harsh in my opinion, George. From our vantage point, it looks like Kayla got a lot of the ball and very little bit of the player. But you know, adjudged to be a yellow card infringement by referee Corbett.
No, definitely. And free kick to be taken by Abisha Henry. Floated into the box but headed away by number 18. Now with Sharp. Sharp tries to cut one, cut two. Toe poked it on goal, but the ball goes to church. And there we have it, Zico, the final whistle. Here is Zico at the ABFA Technical Center in this evening's second encounter between Cutting Edge and Lady Masters, where Cutting Edge walk away with a comfortable 4-1 win over Lady Masters, now giving them their first win, Zico, of the evening. So they are now 1 of 1. You know, first win and the second loss for Lady Masters, Zico, but I think they are putting a very impressive performance here this evening, and I believe we could look forward to good football going forward once they keep their momentum and continue to train and stay together under the guidance of Coach Hazelwood. I think in the next couple of weeks we would be very much impressed with Lady Masters, Zico.
Yes, commendations to Cutting Edge. It's always good to get into the winner's circle on your first attempt, but credit has to be given to Lady Masters and their performance. I see young Serenity Coleman looking definitely like she's put in a shift, and she has. There has been tremendous improvement shown by Lady Masters, and as you alluded to, it bodes well for their continued performance, and we expect to see better performances. But be that as it may, there has been really, really tremendous improvement from last week to this week, and the girls can give themselves a small pat on the back and understand that, you know, it's a fairly long season. As long as they continue to improve week by week, and it's noticeable, things will start working out positively for them.
Most definitely, Zico, and I must say now there's a $500 check being presented here to the Cutting Edge team for winning their first game here of the season, Zico, which is cash is always welcome in any sporting arena, Zico.
Always a good motivation.
So I must say, Zico, so from our vantage point, Zico, who would you adjudge player of the match here this evening in this second encounter, Zico?
I would give the nod to Brianna August for her 2 goals in the 17th and the 32nd minute. Really, you know, showing her quality in this group, in this game. And I think for me, I would give her man of the match, obviously being on the winning team, but I would also give honorable mentions to Serenity Colborne as well as Kayla Joseph for Lady Masters. They, 2 games in a row, would have shown that they are a class above the rest of the group, and hopefully their performances will continue to inspire their team to help them along the way and give them the much needed support that they need.
Yeah, well, most definitely. I would say also honorable mention to Allen, on cutting edge, and Jordan Enriquez, who got 2 assists here this evening, Zico, in this win. So
I think Jordan played a really, really good game. She was in and around everything positive that happened for cutting edge on the offensive side. She's managed to simplify a game, find the open, find the space. Her first touch, by and large, was very good. Put her in a good position to pick passes. And obviously, Aisha Allen, with her penetrating and relentless running on the right side, I think we have something really good to look forward to in both of those players.
Yeah, well, as we come to the end of this game here, Zico, we're going to close off the game commentary, but we're going to do a quick post-match chat with Coach Nabu Samuel of Cutting Edge and one of his players here. Seems like his captain, Donisha Samuel. So, as for me and Zico, a lovely evening, and looking forward to see you next week on week 3 of the Calvinier-sponsored ABFA Women's Premier League here at the ABFA Technical Centre in Painters. George Saw Dublin and Desmond Blur, do have a good evening. Mic check.
Mic check. Mic check.
Yeah.
Go. Yeah, and good evening. We're here at the post-match conference with Coach Nabu Samuel of Cutting Edge and Denise Samuel, skipper of Cutting Edge. And I just want to say congratulations to both of you on winning your first game here this evening. Coach Samuel, I have a long history with you, so I can't say much about your play because I know your team play will always be one that will be admired by the fans here. But just a quick look on the performance of your team this evening.
Yeah, well, definitely it was a decent performance. is really far from our best. I think a lot of the girls are sore, and a lot of the individuals were not up to tip-top condition. But I was happy with the way that we were moving the ball. I was happy to see some of the younger players holding their own in such a situation, especially Jordan. The defense was really distant, and I was really impressed with the play of my number 6. Apparently, I just recruited her this week. I just went on the field and saw her kicking 2 balls, and I tell her, well, hey, the place to be is Cutting Edge, and she really did perform. She handled things, she held things together, and it was really decent with the 2 goals from Brianna, one of the stars.
Well, so far, I've been commentating these 2 weeks of play so far, and the second goal by August is a beaut. You know, I must say that is the goal so far of the season. What do you think about that one?
Yeah, but to be honest with you, I have always rated her highly. I don't think there is one female player in this country is as gifted as she is. To be quite frank with you, she needs to get that momentum to start train consecutively and train seriously, because she strikes it good with both foot. And if you see her on the ball when she's shielding the ball, she's something really special. I can say that I have been around here from since her school days. She has never played for nobody else but Cutting Edge. So I know of her capabilities and I know of her natural raw talent, but she just needs to dig down. She's one of basically the better footballers, female footballers in the country.
All right, so Skipper, I saw you playing in the back this evening, and I must say the back line was really solid. Yourself, your sister on one side, along with Brown on the other side, and Abisha Henry. So it looked like there's a good rapport between y'all. How long have the back four been playing together?
Well, me, my sister, and Abisha has been playing since Cutting Edge started. Tassian recently, well, technically just joined us this season because he just got transferred from Force Road. But I've been playing with her from national team levels, so it's kind of say we've been together for a while.
Well, I must commend all 4 of you. I thought all 4 of you were really solid. I think that Abisha was fantastic. I think she has some work to do still, but I think she was really good. I'm very impressed with Brown, most definitely, and yourself. But what do you think y'all need to do going forward? Because there's some pace in your backline, but watching these games, there's some pace up front in other teams. And, coming through the rest of the season, I think that if y'all could, what you think is y'all going to need to do to be able to communicate more or get a bit fitter, and y'all will be all right?
Well, to be honest, we play with different teams. So the teams that have fast persons, we know how to manage them. And when that time comes, they will see.
All right. Well, it's a pleasure talking to both of you here. And congratulations on y'all win and collecting that lovely check from Calvin here. And I wish y'all all the best through the rest of the season.
Thank you. I need help, please.